The night was cold, and a heavy rain soaked the deserted railway station. Water dripped from the iron roof, tapping the ground like a slow, rhythmic heartbeat. On an old wooden bench near Platform 3, Arslan sat silently, drenched, exhausted, and defeated. His hands trembled slightly, and his eyes were red partly from the rain, mostly from days of sleepless nights and silent tears. He watched a train disappear into the distance, its whistle echoing in the darkness. The sight pierced his heart. It felt as if the train was saying, "The world moves forward, and you stayed behind." Arslan lowered his head. "I really failed. I failed again," he whispered. He pulled a wet envelope from his bag, the rejection letter from the company he had dreamed of joining for an entire year. The ink was smudging in the rain, but the harsh words were still visible. "We regret to inform you." Those 5 words crushed him. He closed his eyes as memories flooded back. His friends saying, "You're not going to make it." People laughing behind his back. His family's disappointed glances. Every closed door, every lost chance. Every dream slipping out of his hands. For the first time in his life, he felt empty, completely empty. Rain poured harder, but he didn't move. Instead, he rose to his feet slowly, almost mechanically, and walked toward the railway tracks. His steps were heavy, his heart even heavier. Just one step, one wrong decision, and everything would end. But right before he could take that step, a loud voice echoed behind him. "Stop, son, stop right there." Arslan froze. He turned around and saw an old man standing under a flickering lamp, an elderly traveler with a white beard, a worn-out coat, and a small lantern in his hand. Despite the storm, his face was calm, like he carried years of wisdom inside him. The old man walked toward Arslan, his feet making soft splashes in the rainwater. "This path," the old man said gently, "never leads to a destination." Arslan felt anger rise inside him. "You don't know me," he snapped. "You don't know what I'm going through. Everyone thinks I'm useless. And tonight, even I believe it." The old man smiled, not a mocking smile, but a warm, understanding one. "Life doesn't give up on people as quickly as people give up on themselves," he said. "Sit. Let's talk." For a moment, Arslan hesitated, but something in the old man's eyes brought comfort, some strange feeling that maybe, just maybe, he would understand. They sat on the wet wooden bench. "What happened, son?" the old man asked softly. Arslan finally let it all out, the rejection, the failures, the loneliness, the hopelessness. How every time he tried, life pushed him back harder. How everyone around him succeeded while he kept losing. How he felt like a burden on his family, on society, on himself. The old man listened quietly. When Arslan finished, the man chuckled gently. Arslan stiffened. "Are you laughing at me?" "No," the old man said. "I'm smiling because you think your story is over. But I can clearly see that it hasn't even begun yet." "What do you mean?" The man reached into his pocket and took out a small compass. It was old, its glass scratched, its needle shaky. "This compass," the old man said, placing it in Arslan's palm, "never takes me to my destination. It only shows me the direction. I still have to walk." Arslan looked at the compass, confused. The old man continued, "Your effort wasn't wrong, son. Your direction just needs a little change." Arslan stared into the rain, feeling lost again. "So, what should I do? I feel like giving up." The old man leaned forward. "Then hear this carefully. Victory comes after the last step, never before it. People stop 1 minute before they win. They quit 1 moment before life was ready to give them everything." His voice grew firmer. "You were about to give up 1 minute early, Arslan. 1 minute." Arslan's heart thumped. The wind blew, carrying the man's words into the depth of his soul. "If you hold on just a little longer," the old man said softly, "your entire destiny can change."
A tear rolled down Arslan's cheek. "Do you really think something can change for me?" The old man placed a hand on his shoulder. "When a person rises after his final fall, that moment becomes the beginning of his real life. So tell me, son, are you really going to end your story here? Or will you stand up and write the chapter the world is waiting to read?" Arslan slowly stood up. His breathing steadied. His chest felt lighter. I want to try again, he whispered. The old man lifted his lantern. Then go, son. Darkness doesn't leave on its own. A brave man walks into it and pushes it away. Arslan nodded, wiped his face, and walked toward the station exit.